Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Chosen Lifelines for Men. My name is Walter Jennings. I am your chosen life practitioner, where we have been called to challenge and, if necessary, change the motivation, mentality, and mettle of men. So regardless of whether you grew up in church or not, most of us at one time or another have heard the story of David and Goliath. David, of course, being the Israelite shepherd who went to the battle lines for his brothers who were in our army as they fought against the Philistine army, who were challenged by their champion Goliath. Goliath, of course, was a giant who stood, according in modern day terms, over 8 feet tall, who challenged the Israelites on a daily basis to send one of their men to fight one-on-one, or as we like to call in various communities, one-on-one, man against man, head up. And so day after day, this challenge was issued, and David, on this particular occasion, heard the challenge. And so the way that this story is often communicated, which is, for those of you who may read the Bible or interested in reading it for yourself, is found in 2 Samuel chapter 17, verses 20 through 32. Now, the way that this story is often conveyed is that David was so motivated because of his love for God and his country that he agreed to fight Goliath because of his internal fortitude and his allegiance to his people and to his God. However, when you read this passage of scripture, David was also motivated by something else, which we call the reward that was based upon it. In this passage of scripture, David goes from person to person asking, what will the person who defeats Goliath receive? And at that time, the reward was that person would be exempt from taxes, and they would also get to marry the king's daughter. So essentially, that person would become a prince. So David was not just motivated by his love for God, which he did. He was not just motivated by his love for his people and his country, which he was, but he also inquired about the reward benefit for him. Now, a reward-based motivation is a behavioral theory that suggests that people are motivated by a drive for incentives and reinforcement. The incentive proposes that people behave in a way that they believe will result in a reward. Positive reassurance that a person will receive something that they desire in exchange for doing their work well. Examples of positive incentives include recognitions, promotions, raises, and so forth. Now, oftentimes, people can be villainized for asking, what is in it for me? We're taught that when we go on certain job interviews, you never ask about money in the first interview. Well, of course, because you don't even know, again, you're just getting to know the company, they're just getting to know you. But we're instructed that when we go back for that second or third interview, we enter into another word, which again, a lot of people don't like to use or is oftentimes villainized: negotiation. In other words, figuring out what is going to be the mutual benefits or terms and conditions in which the services are being exchanged. So when we look at our motivation being based upon reward, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, it is important that we combine the reward aspect in conjunction with other values and principles that align with who we are. But it is very important for us to recognize our value when we are going into situations, whether it's a job interview, whether it is a relationship, whether it is us navigating and negotiating our friendships and individuals that we interact with in the world. What is in it for us, and being able to discern if the reward is actually worth the risk. What is our motivation, and learning how to be honest about it. Hey, thank you all so much again for joining me for this Chosen Life Moment, Lifeline for Men. My name is Walter Jennings, and I would love to speak with you about your individual path and journey and partner with you in helping you to accomplish exactly what you seek out to do. My name is Walter Jennings, and we're from Chosen Life Specialists, where we have been called to challenge and, if necessary, change the motivation, mentality, and mettle of men.